Hi, boys and girls. Last week and this week, we've been focusing on animals and animal groups in science. So I thought I would read to you a little bit today from a science book. And here's the big question: how are animals different from each other? I'm going to show you this page here. I really love the pictures in this book. You see, those are very real pictures. Now, there's some labels. Remember, labels are words next to a picture in this book. And this one says mammal. This one says reptile, amphibian, bird, and insect. Now, I thought that this was a deer, this was a snake, this was a frog, and this was a fish fly. Why do these labels say something else? Someone tell me about that? All right, what do you think? Go ahead, tell me about it. All right, let's hear from you, Jason. Oh, it is a deer? But why it says mammal? Is it a mistake? Oh, it's a deer. Oh, that's right, animal groups. That's right. Remember, scientists like to put animals in groups to help them study and learn what is alike and different. All right, now that makes sense. Well, that makes me want to read on and find out more about them being alike and different. It's another way of sorting, isn't it? Oh, this is great. This has some science experiments you could do. We're going to keep going. Let's read this little poem first. It's that same deer we saw before. This one says it's sung to There's a Hole in the Bucket. I don't think I'm going to sing it today. I'll read it. There are animals with backbones like mammals, yes, mammals. Dogs and cats, skunks and chipmunks all have backbones. That sounds like a compound word. Because if I look here, it says back. And here it says bones, backbones. Do you know what a backbone is? All right, Nora, do you know? Oh, you can feel? Oh, you're right. I do feel something. If I run my hand along the middle of my back. Oh, you can also call it your spine. Okay, yeah, that sounds like a very science word. Okay, and you can call that a backbone. Okay, so tell me more about that. Oh, it is very important. You have to be very careful not to injure your backbone. You're right. And why not, Nora? Oh, because inside of there's the spinal cord. Oh, you know a lot about this. Oh, and if you injure that, you might not be able to move well. I see, and that spinal column kind of protects it. Wow, Nora, you knew a lot about the backbone. So humans have a backbone? Yes, we do. And there are other animals with backbones. Let's find out about them. What are some animals with backbones? There are many different kinds of animals. One main group of animals has backbones. Bones help give an animal shape. Bones can help an animal move. Bones can help protect some body parts of animals. We were just talking about that, weren't we? How the spine protects your spinal cord. Do you know about any other bones that help protect? Okay, Lou, go ahead. Oh, your ribs, if you feel right in here. Yeah, the ribs help protect what, Lou? Your lungs. Your lungs are very important. What do they help you do? Yes, they help you breathe. Without your lungs, you can't breathe. So those ribs protect it because they're like balloons inside of there and you don't want those getting hurt. All right, very good. All right, oh, look, it says a skunk has a backbone. Very interesting. Animals with backbones. Mammals are animals with backbones. A mammal usually has hair or fur on its body. Young mammals get milk from their mother. Dogs and cats are two kinds of mammals. Oh, Aviana's taught us a lot about that, hasn't she? The chipmunk in the picture is a mammal. All right, now look at how it says that yellow over there. That tells me it's an important word that's called highlighting. You're right, Claudia. You guys do know how to highlight, don't you? Birds are animals with backbones. Birds have feathers and wings. Birds hatch from eggs. Fish are animals with backbones. Fish live in water. Most fish are covered with scales. Fish have fins. Most fish hatch from eggs. So this is interesting. They're telling us that all of these animal groups have backbones, but mammals are covered with what? What are they covered with? Okay, go ahead and tell us, Logan. Yep, mammals are covered with fur. All right, Salvatore, can you tell us what birds are covered with? Feathers. Okay, what? You're saying I gave you too easy of one? All right, just want to make sure you were paying attention. Okay, and Jacob, can you tell us what fish are covered with? Scales. Good. All right, let's read about reptiles. That's Ishi's favorite. Oh yeah, because the dinosaurs and the alligators are both reptiles. Okay. Reptiles are animals with backbones. Most reptiles have dry skin. Scales cover and protect a reptile's body. Some reptiles hatch from eggs. Snakes and turtles are two kinds of reptiles. Wow, it's interesting how these different groups of animals have different characteristics. Now amphibians. We've read some about those. Amphibians are animals with backbones. Amphibians live part of their life in the water and part of their life on land. Most amphibians have smooth, wet skin. Amphibians hatch from eggs. Frogs and toads are amphibians. You're right, you did already know about that, didn't you? Right, we've been talking about that when we were talking about the life cycle of the frogs. Remember that, Betty? I do remember that. Oh, I know, and I keep telling you I'm going to post those pictures of those frog eggs. I'm going to have to get that up soon. Well, look at these labels here. Mammals, bird, fish, reptile, amphibians. Oh, okay, yeah, go ahead. You're right. There are other animal groups, but what's different about that other group called insects? Do they have backbones? No, they don't. They're right. All right. Well, boys and girls, we're going to be talking more about animals, but we're going to stop in just a minute. Before we go, I want to see, can anyone tell me how an amphibian and reptiles are alike and different? Can you compare those two groups? Who can tell me how they're alike? Who's going to do the comparing for us today? All right, let's hear from, who haven't we heard from? Who's been kind of quiet? Okay, Daniel, go ahead. How are reptiles and amphibians alike? Yes, they both have backbones. They sure do. Okay. Yeah, they are both cool too. That's our opinion, isn't it? Right. A fact is that they both have backbones. Our opinion is they're both cool. I know I saw a snake this weekend and I thought it was interesting to look at. My sister did not. No, she did not. She ran and yelled. I didn't want to get too close to it, but it did look interesting to me. That is a reptile. Okay, but that was our opinions, right? Okay. Now we're going to talk about how reptiles and amphibians are different. Who's going to take this one for me? All right, Kaden, sure. Okay. All right, you're going to start and say, reptiles have scaly skin. True, you're right. But on the other hand, or differently from that, what? Yes, amphibians have smooth skin. Very good. Oh, you know why their skin is more smooth? You're right, because so much of their life is lived in the water. They can live on land too, but they live a lot of their life in the water. Great job. Well, boys and girls, today we talked about how there are animals that have backbones, and we also practice comparing and contrasting, or telling how animal groups are alike and different. All right, boys and girls, keep reading and learning about science.